All right, y'all. So, well, we weren't the only ones that got super turned this New Year. Andy Cohen hosted CNN's New Year's Eve live in Times Square, and it appeared he was slightly intoxicated. Let's take a look.
Thing that Democrats and Republicans can agree on is what a horrible mayor he has been. Wow. So, sayonara, sucker.
Okay, Andy admittedly, he admitted to being overserved. That's a nice way to put it, overserved, which resulted in him taking some alcohol-fueled jabs at Ryan Seacrest and his New Year's Eve show on ABC. There were also rumors that people were saying that Andy was fired, but CNN confirmed that the network addressed it with him and looks forward to having him back with his slurring ass next year. What do y'all think? Do you think folks are being too hard on Andy? I mean, it was New Year's Eve, and you're supposed to get the drink on. What do y'all think about this?
You know, it's weird, right? I don't really know what to make of it because on one token, it is New Year's Eve, right? And it's celebratory and we're all having a good time. And y'all, we have had a rough last 2 years. So everybody's in the mood to party. I just don't know how to reconcile that with you also at work. Like you're at work, New Year's Eve or not, you're at work, you're live on air. And then I think it would have been different if he was like tipsy and laughing, but then it turned very political and you started talking mess. Then you started talking mess about ABC and Ryan Seacrest, which I think that kind of crossed the line for me. It was a bit unprofessional and unwarranted. Like, why are you even doing that? The question I have is, if it was anybody else, and I don't even want to make this about race, but if it was anybody else, would they have been fired? You know what I'm saying? And they probably would have. And I love how he just delicately glazed over and said he was a bit overserved. No, bitch, you was drunk at work. Okay, call it what it is. You was drunk at work.
Al, what do you think about this?
He couldn't have been overserved because he served himself. Number one, we saw him pouring his own drinks. That's number one. You know, the funny part here is CNN is going through a crisis. They fired Chris Cuomo for the sex charges and the indiscretion. Don Lemon has sex charges and indiscretion. They can't fire Andy Cohen. They are just throwing everybody away. And even though I said they need to do a whole revamp, but I'm with Funky on this one. I just don't know if there was a black male talent that could go live on television and attack another network in their New Year's Eve show, as well as attack the mayor of the city in which the show is going live in. I just don't feel like we, African-American men, would have been able to do that. And then on top of it all, he said, I'm not apologizing for being drunk. Only thing he wants to apologize is for attacking Ryan Seacrest. Something about this doesn't resonate with me. I don't like it.
Listen, when you have a job and you let them have alcohol on it, that's kind of what comes with it. I'm sure the producers weren't shocked that he was sitting there throwing them back. I'm sure he didn't just appear drunk. He probably was sitting there drinking during the breaks and all that kind of stuff. But right. I agree. Yeah, you are, you're supposed to do your job and be professional. But I think New Year's Eve is the one where you probably may get a little bit of a pass, but he shouldn't have came for Ryan Seacrest in another network, because that was kind of messy.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? I've had television jobs where we've been able to drink on set, but you kind of limit it to one or two drinks. Like, I know I like to get saucy. So I'm going to have like 1 part Hennessy, 3 parts Coke. I'm not going to sit here and get saucy, because when you drink, you're good after 1 drink, you're good after 2, but 3 becomes 5 and they all run together at that point.
First of all, the whole CNN broadcast was with the lady that said she's going to have no more broke D in 2020. Yes! Like, the whole thing was lit. Like, it made me kind of want to rock with, like, I stepped away from CNN after they got rid of Cuomo. I was like, I'm sick of y'all right now. But now I'm kind of like, I might kind of go see what's happening. They seem like they turned into a hot ass mess, and I think I'm here for it.
And did you see how Don Lemon, he couldn't hear, and he kept trying to hear what she was saying, and he was like, "Oh, no, broke D," and fell out laughing. It was hilarious.
I like that. Yeah, I like seeing that when they are not firing our faves. All right, y'all, we got to move on to this next story.